Welcome to the Extracts of Quite by Suzanne Cain. Introduction. Susan Cain is an American novelist and self-described introvert who attended Princeton and Harvard Law School. Quiet focuses on both introverts and extroverts' abilities and requirements. These extracts outline settings in which both personality types feel at ease and methods in which each may maximize the potential of their personality. Extract 1. Extroverts enjoy loudness and want stimulation, whereas introverts prefer to be alone and ponder. How can you assess or characterize a person's personality? One method is to determine a person's position on the introvert-extrovert spectrum. Extroverts are gregarious and extroverted people. They like interacting with others whenever possible. They adore being in the spotlight and going out on a regular basis. They must be surrounded by others. For them, social ties immediately imply social standing, therefore they desire as many acquaintances, Facebook friends, and Twitter followers as possible. Introverts, on the other hand, like to be in tranquil surroundings and ponder long and hard about their blunders. If they have lost money speculating in the stock market, they would most likely halt and reevaluate the market before investing again. Introverts can do such things because they enjoy spending time quietly by themselves or with small groups of people, and find it easy to talk about personal and social problems. While extroverts tend to have many superficial acquaintances, introverts prefer fewer, albeit deeper, friendships. Extract 2. Many introverts are extremely sensitive, frequently reacting violently to their surroundings. The vast majority of introverts have yet another personality trait in common: they are highly sensitive. Extroverts, on the other hand, rarely exhibit this characteristic. People who are highly sensitive process information from their environment in an unusually thorough way. They notice changes more quickly and react more strongly to looks, sounds, pain, and stimulants, such as coffee or alcohol. Introverts have a strict moral conscience. They are aware of how their behavior affects others and tend to take their own mistakes to heart. Extract 3. The distinction is cerebral. Introverts' brains respond more strongly to external stimuli. Psychologists have studied how newborns respond to various stimuli and discovered significant patterns in their responses. When exposed to stimuli, persons with high reactivity yell and kick wildly, whereas introverts avoid social situations. The amygdala is the first location in our brains where every signal from the outside world is sent, and it decides our response to this information. Because high reactive persons have unusually strong reactions to external stimuli, they end up choosing low stimulation environments and evolve into reserved and introspective individuals. Introverts. People with low reactivity have brains that are more receptive to new sensations and seek out more stimulating surroundings such as libraries and clubs. Extract 4. Introverted youngsters are similar to orchids in that they thrive only in the ideal atmosphere. Our temperament is shaped not just by biology and genetics, but also by the experiences we have throughout our lives. This is especially true of early memories. Extroverted children respond to external stimuli like dandelions. They flourish in a place and are unaffected by distractions. Introverted youngsters are more like orchids. In a nurturing atmosphere, they thrive. In the wrong setting, they close down. Parents may help their introverted children by connecting with them and treating them with respect and sensitivity. When introverted children get the right upbringing, they can build up self-confidence and learn to develop their skills constructively. But when they are pressured, overstimulated, or dismissed, they have a greater chance of suffering from depression or respiratory disorders. Parents need to recognize that their child is introverted and to understand why he or she is uncomfortable in certain situations. Extract 5. In the Western culture, the successful extrovert is the ideal. Who would you consider more competent, an extrovert who captivates other people's attention and sets the tone, or an introvert who sits quietly in the corner and listens? Extroverts are considered more qualified and intelligent because of their sociability. The introvert prototype, on the other hand, is pale, nondescript, and awkward. In the Western world, extroversion is considered favorable for success. This is why Harvard Business School professors make it their mission to turn every one of their students into an extrovert. While extroverted behavior is generally preferred to introverted behavior in Europe and America, the opposite is the case in Asia. In Asia, speaking without being asked is considered arrogant, inappropriate, big-mouthed, and a sign of bad manners. Different cultures value different temperaments. While extroverted behavior is generally preferred to introverted behavior in Europe and America, the exact opposite is the case in Asia. Extract 6. The extroversion ideal has evolved over the last 150 years. Dale Carnegie was a classic introvert in the early 20th century, thin, unathletic, and anxious. He became a traveling salesman of bacon and soap after graduating from college, gaining over customers with a lovely grin and firm handshake. Carnegie's transition reflects a larger movement in 20th century America, the shift from rural to urban ideals. Communities in 19th century America were tiny and close-knit. There was no need to draw attention to oneself or declare your personality. The early 20th century economic boom shattered these social institutions. The new successful American ideal included a boisterous demeanor as well as being accessible and friendly. This development can also be seen in the advertisements of the day. As one shaving cream manufacturer warned consumers in the 1930s, critical eyes are sizing you up right now. Since the early 20th century, the desirable individual is someone who brims with energy, sweeping us off our feet and fascinating us with his irresistible charisma. Extract 7. Introverts may act like extroverts by flipping a switch. Every ambitious introvert finds themselves in circumstances when being outgoing is required. Even though she has an introverted personality, she can easily convert into extrovert mode. She can learn to modify her approach to varied situations by reflecting on herself and others. This enables her to activate the extroversion switch at precisely the correct time. An introvert can temporarily overcome her introversion and act outgoing by giving a fascinating talk. She enters the room with great strides, talks clearly and accurately during the lesson, and maintains a careless, comfortable stance. Afterward, she switches back into her usual mode of introversion, retreating to a quiet corner of the library to enjoy the lack of social interaction. Extract 8. Companies should not design workplaces that cater just to extroverts. Many businesses feel that when their workplaces are customized to the ideal of the extroverted employee, their employees function best. Working in an open workplace or engaging in group conversations is difficult for introverts. Is it feasible for introverts to reach their full potential in such a setting? Many of the greatest innovators, according to Steve Wozniak, are artists who work best alone. If you have an introverted employee, don't put them in committees or teams. Instead, let them work on groundbreaking ideas on their own. Make your workstation more adaptable to create a good setting for both extroverts and introverts. Retractable walls are a wonderful option for offering integration as well as seclusion. Extract 9. A highly gifted leader may bring together the strengths of introverts and extroverts. How can organizations effectively utilize introverted and extroverted individuals' respective strengths? Extroverted leaders make snap judgments based on limited knowledge, but introverted leaders are more open to team members' suggestions. When the aim is to execute easy tasks quickly in the workplace, an extroverted leadership style is excellent. Introverted leadership abilities, on the other hand, are required if team members wish to add their own ideas. Introverted leaders gather a lot of information before making a choice, whereas extroverted leaders make speedy decisions. Each personality type has talents that the other can use. Extroverts are better suited for making hasty judgments. Introverts are best suited for thoughtful contemplation. Extract 10. Cooperation allows both temperaments to function at their best. Franklin D. Roosevelt, the President of the United States during World War II, was a typical extrovert. Eleanor, his wife, was quite introverted, uncomfortable and shy. She preferred serious chats over flirtation. Despite their vast differences, they achieved tremendous things together. Introverts might be motivated by extroverts' energy and welcome them as a breath of fresh air. The typical introvert avoids open disagreement since it is uncomfortable, which the extrovert takes as a lack of interest. Only when both temperaments open up to one another and strive to comprehend the other's point of view will they be able to achieve great things together. Final summary. The key message in this book is, introverts and extroverts both have traits that may be incredibly beneficial to the people around them. Both personalities should be allowed the room they require to reach their full potential. Got feedback? We love to hear about our content. Just share your thoughts and book recommendations in the comments section below. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about the latest video. Thank you and have a great day.